Howdy folks, Mr. Reed here, and welcome to one more question. We're going to be taking a look at trinomial factoring again, but we're going to do it by cheating. We're going to learn a faster way to deal with a fairly particular breed of trinomial. So in this one, specifically, we're going to be doing it when the lead coefficient is not present, which is the same thing as saying it is a 1. So if you want to see ones that are built like x squared plus bx plus c be factored really quickly, you're in the right place. So let's get to it. Now, I have a personal problem when it comes to kind of showing new things is I want to show or convince you that they're going to work. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the problem that I have above, which is x squared plus 2x minus 15, and we're going to do this one by using normal decomposition method first. So I'm going to put my little x off to the side. I'm going to put the number that I need to multiply to get up top. That's 1 times negative 15 for negative 15, and positive 2 down bottom. So I'm playing a little game where I need to hit the negative 15 for the multiplying and positive 2 for the addition. So positive 5 and negative 3 will do that for me for those numbers. So what we're going to do is break up the middle term into those two things. So it's x squared plus 5x, let's say, minus 3x minus 15, just like we were doing in our decomposition method video. So now we're going to look for a common term in the first pairing and the second pairing of these terms, common factor, excuse me, in the first pairing and the second pairing of the terms. So x in common, so we get x plus 5. And then in the second grouping, we have negative 3, and that will leave us with x plus 5 as well. So we have this common bracket, which means that common factor can be brought all the way out to the front and leave us with the leftovers, which are x minus 3. So there we go. That is basically this one done. It's not a long question to begin with. However, we can make it even better if we notice something. One of the neat things about this particular type of problem is because this is a 1 out front, you will never have a number other than 1 be a common factor for the first pairing. What that means is that this number is always going to show up here. And because of that, that means that that number is going to be one of the pieces of your final answer. So you are automatically going to be able to put x plus this number right here from our number game that we played earlier. So because it's one of the numbers that multiplies to give you the thing up top and adds to give you the thing down bottom, or multiplies to give you the front and back things multiplied together, front and back coefficients or the constant term, that's going to follow all the way through to the end, and it's going to be x plus 5. So because of that, this negative 3 that pairs with it is always also going to be left on as the factor that's going on here, because this times this will always equal this, and so negative 3 will always factor out of the constant term that's at the end. So it will be able to pull out completely, and it will leave you with this term or this piece coming down into this position. Because of that, we actually don't need these two steps at all. What we can say is, what is the number that, or two numbers that add to give you 2, multiply to give you negative 15? Well, those are 5 and negative 3. 5 and negative 3 in our factors down below. This only works if the lead coefficient is a 1. So in this case, if we started this problem, I would say, I recognize that the lead coefficient is a 1. What two values multiply to give me negative 15 and add to give me 2? That would be positive 5 and negative 3, and we're done. So I usually don't write that little cross thing that I used in the top right there, but it's a good way to organize your information. But especially for a question like this, if you're pretty comfortable in your head by answering the what two numbers multiply to give you negative 15 and add to give you 2, there's no real reason to record it off to the side to keep track of what's going on. So we just need that 5 and that negative 3. We write them in as part of the factors in our final factored form, and we're all done. So it basically becomes a one-liner in this case, which is really nice. And it's not a one-liner by guess and test. It's a one-liner because that is actually the full, complete answer once you have found those two things, the two numbers. All right, so that's it. So if you like that one, like, subscribe, and as always, take care, folks.